Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. After arduous effort, the massive blaze that broke out in the Berger Becker paint manufacturing factory in the Pillen Industrial Estate on Tuesday was brought under control on Wednesday at 4:30 a.m. Nearly 4 tons of foam and 12 lakh litres of water were used to douse the fire, and more than 100 staff of the fire brigade, defence, Navy and MPT worked around the clock to bring it under control. Although the area has been marked a safe zone, it is still unsafe for firefighters to enter the basement where the fire is still burning due to the collapsed ceiling. Firefighters have requested a higher capacity earth excavator to pull out the collapsed ceiling to enter the basement.
Fire that broke out in the Berger Becker paint manufacturing factory in the Pillen Industrial Estate on Tuesday was brought under control on Wednesday at 4:30 a.m. Nearly 4 tons of foam and 12 lakh litres of water were used to douse the fire. Although the area has been marked a safe zone, it is still unsafe for firefighters to enter the basement where the fire is still burning due to a collapse.
Situation is well under control. Okay. We were expecting it by yesterday 12 o'clock, or at least 2 o'clock for it to be under control. It went under control only after, it was safe only after 6:30. Because what happened, there was a slab. Below the slab there was paint. Or rather, the finished product was on the top. Below that was old rejected stuff down. Now lucky that it didn't blast, nothing happened. Like I said, God was with us right from the beginning. I checked in the morning, 7 o'clock, well beyond control. Now 10 o'clock again I checked. Now no issues. The JCB is already breaking through and going inside. So that where we have not reached, that part which is burning is equally down. But still it is not completely safe for people to enter. The heat is so much that we are not taking a risk. At least I have requested the fire authorities not to take risk and go inside right now. Let it take another half a day, let it go slow.
काल जो दनपारा उजो लागिल्लो तो आमी खूबशे एफर्ट्स घेवन तो कंट्रोलान हाडलो कित्याक रातभर आमी फायर फायटिंग करताले आनी फातोडेर म्हणल्यार तो उजो कंट्रोलान आयलो. आतां उजो पूर्णपणे सामको कंट्रोलान आसा. आतां फक्त कितें आसा, बेजमेंटान जो उजो आसा तो मातसो पेट्टा, म्हणून तो उजो पालोवपाक लागून डिफिकल्टी येता. म्हणजे कितें जाला, बेजमेंट जो आसा, बेजमेंटाच्या वयलो जो स्लॅब आसा, म्हणजे जो रुफाचो स्लॅब आहा तो कॉलेप्स जाला आनी असो पडला. सो बेजमेंटान एंट्री करूंक मेळना. तो रूफ स्लॅब पडलेलो आसा, त्याच भायर स्लॅबाच्या वयर जे रुफींग शीट्स आशिल्ल्यो त्यो विथ एंगल्स, ते फॅब्रिकेशन वर्क तेय सकयल पडलेले आसा. सो ताका लागून आमकां मातशी डिफिकल्टी जाता बेजमेंटांतलो हो उजो हे करपाक. पूण बेजमेंटान तसो फूल बेजमेंट तसो उजो सध्या पेटना. बाकी 1-2-3 कडेन पॅचीस आसात, तितलेच ते पेट्टा. तो कंट्रोलान आमी हाडटले. फक्त सध्या आमी चेनीच्यो ज्यो JCB असतात हायर कॅपॅसिटीच्यो ती मागयल्ली आसा. सो ती एकदां आयले म्हणटून मागीर ब्रेकरान ते स्लॅब तो तोडून उदक मारपाक आमकां पॅसेज थंय क्रिएट करपाक मेळटली. आनी ती पॅसेज क्रिएट करता मागीर उदक आनी फोम यूज करून आमी तो उजो पालोवंक शकताले.
कितलो फोम यूज केला आयज मेरेन, म्हणजे आतां मेरेन आमी म्हाका दिसता कमीत कमी 5-6 टन तरी फोम यूज केला. ना, 4 टन यूज केला आसतलो. म्हजे कडेन 2-2.5 टन सध्या ऑलरेडी हांगा अवेलेबल आसा जो आमी आतां यूज करतात.
सकाळी कितक्या वरां उजो तुमी पालयल्यात म्हणल्यार?
सकाळी फातोडेर एक आमकां 4-4:30 म्हणल्यार उजो आमचो फूल कंट्रोल. सो तरी म्हणल्यार एक अप्रॉक्सिमेटली 10 ते 12 लाख उदक तरी 10-12 लाख लिटर उदक यूज जाला आसतलें आज.
तुमचे कितके आसले हांगा फायर ब्रिगेडीचे फायर फायटर्स?
आमचे फायर फायटर काल आनी आज धरून मोर देन 100 आशिल्ले. त्या भायर नेव्हीचे आसात, डिफेन्स फायर सर्वीस आसात, मार्मोगांव पोर्ट्रेस आयिल्ले हांगा, आर्मीचे 2 गाडयो आयिल्ल्यो, वॉटर टँकर्स.
बजे फॅक्टरीन बरो व्हडलो उजो लागलो. तेजे कारण जावन अशें आमकां लोकांक दिसता थंय रावपी, कितें कॅमिकल जे थंय स्टोरेज जाता पळय तेजे खातीर खंय ना खंय इफेक्ट कॅमिकलाचो आसतलो. त्या खातीर आमी मागता कितें जो गोवा गव्हर्मेंट आसा पळय तेणें आमकां जाता तितलो सपोर्ट दिवचो आनी जाता तितलें मेन म्हणल्यार अवेरनेस करचें. आतां उजो लागलेलो आसा, उजो लागपा खातीर खूब कितें कितें कारण आसतलें, मात तें पालोवपा खातीर उदक खूब यूज जाल्लें आसा. तें उदक आतां जेन्ना पळय यूज जाल्लें तें आतां तें सगळें उदक थंय पसरलेलें आसतलें, तें आतां पसरून अंडरग्रावंड आमचो जो पळय आसा तेका वयतले. अंडरग्रावंड वॉटर ड्रेन आमचे आसा तेंकां मेळटले. तेज्या खातीर जे आमचे पळय बांयो आसा किंवा अंडरग्रावंड वॉटर सोर्स कितें आसा पळय जे लोकां कडेन सकयल ते सगळे इफेक्टेड जातले. सो तेज्या खातीर जे पळय पोल्युशन क्रिएट जाल्या तेजे रिगार्डींग आमकां गव्हर्मेंटान जाता तितलो अवेरनेस करचो. की आतां जितले पळय डेटा किंवा स्टॅटिस्टीक जे पळय तांकां मेळ्ळा PCB पोल्युशन कंट्रोल बोर्डाक ते आमचे कडेन शेअर करचे. तेजे प्रमाणे आमी आमचे फ्युचर स्टेप्स आसा कितें डिसिजन कितें आसा आमचे फ्युचर हेज्या खातीर ते आमी घेवंक शकतले आमी गांवकार.
Prakash Karekar for Herald TV.
To avoid infernos such as the Berger Becker massive fire at Pilen Industrial Estate on Tuesday, companies should have periodic checks for functional fitness of the firefighting systems, and the evacuation system should be tested from time to time. Employees should be trained how to react to situations, former Director of Fire Services Dr. P.K. John told Herald TV. He also said that in 2005 or 2006, the Berger Paint Company unit had caught fire at Kundai and they had been warned to take safety measures.
Berger Becker Paint Company Inferno at Pilen on Tuesday put many lives at risk, including that of near and far neighborhoods. The thick smoke of carbon monoxide could be even seen in the capital city of Panjim. Former Director of Fire Services Goa, Dr. P.K. John, said the functional fitness of firefighting equipment has to be checked. As human beings, we have to respect the fire and take ample precautions. We have to be very careful of carbon monoxide since smoke is dangerous, Dr. John cautioned. Asked about the precautions to be taken for small establishments and homes, he said the same precautions are to be taken for big and small units. People should be trained how to react and there is need to practice fire drills.
The company, they should have an exclusive fire safety inspection and an officer to periodically check it.
Okay.
But periodically, they should every week, at least every week, if not every day. Every week they should go and see that it is functional. Okay. Suppose, for example, detection suppression system and smoke evacuation system and the fire extinguishers, which is their nozzle is blocked and nobody bothered for it. So at the time of emergency, you just operate it; it will not come out.
Okay.
So like that, all these and basic things for the people there to how to react to a situation.
Yeah.
How in case of emergency and these extinguishers are kept there, but these people will throw it and they will run away.
But is there an instance where you have warned them in the past about their system?
Yeah. This the same place. In 2006 there was a 6 or 5. I don't know. There was an incident there, and I had told them. And Berger Paint. It was in Kundai. Kundai also there was an incident. So when all this paint factory, the smoke is very hazardous.
Yeah.
So and one should not expose to that thing without this breathing apparatus or any safety measures. Otherwise, they will, because of carbon monoxide poison, they will die in no time. That means you can't stand to carbon monoxide, CO poison even for a minute. So people will collapse. So the smoke is the most dangerous things as far as this fire incident is concerned. It is not that other things, of course, fire birth is the worst death anybody can suffer, but all sudden then, these for the safety to enhance, as we did it for the Raj Bhavan. And so a person should periodically check that functionality and operational fitness of that equipment which is installed, and that is what is required for that thing. Okay, so that it is in Berger Paint. They have got one in Kundai. It was already suffered there, and after that they have updated their systems. And like that, these people should update, because whatever fire at the coming place is not a everyday incident. No?
Yeah.
So once in a while come, it finishes you.
Yeah.
So you have to respect the fire, not by kneeling down and praying.
Yeah.
You have to respect it by taking precautions.
Freddy Fernandez for Herald TV.
GoaCAN has expressed its concern about the need for fire prevention and safety measures for Panjim and called for multi-stakeholder involvement in the same. GoaCAN pointed out that parts of the city have electrical fittings that are not being maintained. There are buildings that haven't upgraded their fire prevention measures and LPG consumers in whose homes the mandatory mechanical check (MMC) is not undertaken. This makes these homes vulnerable to fires linked to their domestic cylinders. GoaCAN urged the Deputy Collector to convene a joint meeting of the concerned agencies to take stock of the present situation and plan accordingly.
On 30th, we submitted a letter to the Deputy Collector Tiswadi because what we have noticed that in the capital city of Panji, there are many issues regarding fire safety which have not been dealt. For example, with LPG, which is a consumer-related issue, which is very dear to us from GoaCAN. Hundreds of consumers today are having LPG cylinders in their residences for which the mandatory mechanical check has not been done. Now what it means, every of the cylinders have got a standard expiry date for the metal container of the gas. Liquid petroleum gas LPG. So that cylinder has a coded date. Now we have been repeatedly writing and we have written to both collectors separately on this issue that many fires are taking place related to LPG and deaths also are taking place. Agencies, they have to be clearly asked how many mechanical checks you have done. That is the first point. Secondly, many electrical fittings in various open spaces have not been maintained. And this is another case where we are seeing that fires are taking place and the report comes short circuit. What is the meaning of short circuit? No report is coming to the public. What is the meaning of short circuit? How it took place? How it has to be prevented? So this is the second point. Third point that we have noticed is that in the city of Panjim, close to in the Pato area, there is a scrapyard between a upmarket hotel and an apartment building, right in the city. Now, what is our point here? So much focus is come on smart city. Smart City Limited, there is an agency here. Nowhere in Panjim can you find a plan saying this is the fire safety plan for Panjim city. If you go to Kala Academy area, there is no safety plan declared in public. If you go to Azad Maidan, there is no plan. The plan in any smart city should be displayed on a map, showing that if there is a fire, where I should go, what I should do. Nothing is there. Fire hydrants, which of the fire hydrants have been activated, tested? No information available. Now coming to the question of what is happening offshore. Now every day we are seeing there are ferry boats coming from Bechi to Panjim. No evacuation drill has been done in these ferry boats to show how the person can be evacuated. Because in that ferry boat there are people from all over Goa who are crossing, including tourists. Then there are cruise boats. The cruise boats are, when has been the evacuation drill conducted? This has not been disclosed on tourism department website. And thirdly, the casinos. So any person going on these boats have to be clearly told that from this month to this month the evacuation test has been done and this is the fire safety precaution that will be taken while you are on those boats.
Devendra Kankar for Herald TV.
People living in Velsau can't seem to get a break as tensions between them and the RBNL keep erupting each day. They are repeatedly forced to come out and defend the land given to them by their ancestors. On Wednesday, a property owner had decided to cover her adjacent property to the railway line with boulders. However, police intervened and seized the truck, suspecting that the attempt would lead to disruption of work. Infuriated villagers and political leaders gathered at the site and questioned why their private properties are being encroached on. The Deputy Collector of Murmugao would visit the villages and inspect the site on Friday.
First of all, what I want to say is we are here, we are right now here in a private land. This is a private land under certain survey as per the revenue survey records. And the landowner, Mrs. Shalini Barboza Saxena, she has given a complaint, has filed a complaint in the Panchayat, has filed that there has been criminal trespass in her property.
Unless they give us a place in Karnataka.
And what she has done is she was trying to barricade her area, which the police have stopped. And the police are now, there you can see there are all police force everywhere around, more than the villages here. We are a tiny village in Galsam.
So what police are telling you?
I don't know, they are trying to negotiate with her that it is now. And what has happened, the RVNL official who is here, I don't know his name, he was asked what they are doing there by the SP himself. He said, no, we are building another track. Now that land acquisition is on the western side of the existing track. And this is where right now where we are standing on the eastern side. There is no land acquisition in this area on the eastern side. So now the RVNL employee himself has said, no, we are building another track. Why this hidden agenda? Why this matter is not come to the public domain? Why is the local panchayat, which is elected body, not apprised of what is going on? This land is under the jurisdiction of the panchayat, Galsam panchayat. People who are trying to protect, the villagers have gathered here to protect their land. We are not encroaching on public property or on railway property to be threatened with arrest.
So now what next now?
You have been threatened.
Yes, we have been threatened. Everybody has noticed, everybody has seen that.
May 9 ऑर्डर काढला आणि क्लियरली म्हणला की कासल रॉक टू कुले प्रोजेक्ट स्क्रॅप केला आणि त्या ऑर्डरान क्लियरली म्हणलेलें आसा की डबल ट्रॅकिंग इज नॉट फिजिबल इन द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा बिकॉज देर इज नो इकॉनॉमिक वायबिलिटी नंबर 1 प्लस यू आर डॅमेजिंग द वेस्टर्न घाट्स विच इज अ UNESCO site. Therefore, the Supreme Court has clearly said in their order that you shift your line to Krishnapatnam port. There is 2 lines there. You add another 3rd line because there is no gradient, there is no forest. You are not going to forest area nowhere. So आता ये जे RVNL पळय आसा आता एक्विजिशन ये नोटिफिकेशन काढलेलो एक्विजिशन प्रोसेस अजून कवर जावना कांयच कवर जावना प्रोसेस चालू आसतना हे सायमल्टेनियसली काम कशें स्टार्ट करपाक बरें तूं काम स्टार्ट करता तुका परमिशन कोणें दिलां जेन्ना कोण काम करता तेणेन परमिशन दाखोवपाक जाय खंयची डिपार्टमेंट वर्क ऑर्डर खंयची ऑर्डर दाखय तरी कितें कांय दाखय नासतना तूं आतां हिंगा येता आनी ट्रेंच बांदता आतां तूं म्हणटा ट्रॅक तेवटेन आतां हेवटेन कित्याक बांदता तर तूं
देर इज assumption of land, private land, without any notification, without any notice being given that, and without the process of acquisition going on in this area. So what is this? Is there a rule of law in the state of Goa? That's what I want. Are legal procedures being followed? Or can the government do what they want? No, this is crazy. What is going? This is madness. And can you believe it? It has the blessings of the government of the state. And that is what is really shocking.
Do you think that government is working against the Goans because Goans are always affected?
We are not always objecting. This is our right to object. This madness has to be stopped. अशें दिसता की आमचो गव्हर्नमेंट डेमोक्रेसी ना हिंगा डेमोक्रेसी चालू ना पुलीस लोकां खातीर आसच्या सुवातेर रॉंग करतात तेमकां सपोर्ट दितात हे सारकें.
Kiran Berger for Herald TV.
With the introduction of Kadamba Buses from Manohar International Airport to Margao, Panjim and Mapsa as an alternative against expensive taxis by the government, Morji Taxi Owners Association President Sanjay Kole suggested that the Kadamba should also drive all 40 MLAs to the assembly session. He stated that taxpayers' money is wasted on the security of each MLA. He suggested that the 2 police jeeps should be provided for the bus. He cited that the government constantly blames the taxi men for looting tourists when they are bigger establishments with expensive prices that loot the tourists.
आता पया कदंबा घातली मोपाटो वास्को 500 रुपया एकटाक 40 रुपया 40 सीटर ती 40 सीटर बस 500 रुपया कितके जाले तुम्ही हिशोब करा आणि आम्ही रातचे जर एक 200 रुपया सुबेस घेतले जाल्यार आम्ही लुटता म्हणतात. हॉटेलाची रेट पयात एअर तिकेट पयात सगळ्याक तुम्ही पयात रेस्टॉरंट मेनू पयात कसो आतो आणि आमच्या नावान आडो नाका खंयचो टॅक्सीकार आमचो ट्रान्सपोर्ट मिनिस्टर सांगता टुरिजम मिनिस्टर सांगता आमचे गोंयकार टॅक्सी घेता ॲप जावं तांकां गोवा मायल्स जायी ओला उबर जायी कोणाक जाय गोंयकारांच्या प्रत्येक घरांनी 4 गाडये आहा कोण गाडये घेयना, सगळे गाडये आपापले स्वता घेऊन भोंवता. आयुष्य आमदार येतात तेन्ना एका MLAक 2-2 जीपी येता पुलिसांचे. पळया, बस एक VIP घेतली काय ना तुमकां CMA कडेन रिक्वेस्ट आहा आमच्या तर्फे, एक बस घेया आणि सगळ्यांक प्रत्येकाक तुमी सगळ्यांक पिकअप करतली बस ती येतना येताना आणि ड्रॉप करतली. पळय आमचो गोंयकारांचो पयसोय वेस्ट जायना आणि पुलिसांक बावड्यांक काय त्रास जावचे ना. फक्त बसीक 2 जीपी दिवपाचे तुमी. एका MLAक 2 जीपी आसता न्हू, तशें नाका. पुलिसांकूय रेस्ट मेळ्ळी आणि तांकां खंय तरी पुलीस शॉर्टेज आहा म्हणटात न्हू, कमी जाता पुलीस हे स्टाफ कमी आहा, तो कमी जावचो ना आणि पुलिसांकूय बावड्यांक रेस्ट मेळटली. आनी एक रिक्वेस्ट आहा CMA कडेन, जे तुमी आतां गोवा मायल्स हाडल्यात ते फॅमिलीक तुमच्या जर खंय भोंवंक जाय ती गोवा मायल्स यूज करपाचे तुमी. कित्याक आमकां जर तुमी टॅक्सिकांचे पोटार पांय दवरतात, आमी जोडलेले तुमच्यान पळोवन वचो, जोडून आमची फॅमिलीक खान सुखी रावपाची तुमकां पळोवन वचो, जाल्यार तुमी तुमची फॅमिलीक आमचे पयशे कश्टाचे आमचे टॅक्स तुमी पिड्ड्यार करूं नाकात गोंयकारांचे. तुमकां गोवा मायल्स तुमची फॅमिलीक दिवपाची, खंय हेका शॉपिंगेक वयता खंय वयता ती. आनी हे VIP गाडी घेवन भोंवता न्हू ते तुमी कमी करा आणि बसीन भोंवा. गोवा गव्हर्मेंटाचो गोंयच्या लोकांचो टॅक्स पे करता न्हू, फारीक करता टॅक्स जे गोंयकार फारीक करता तुमकां ते.
Maqbool Malkimani for Herald TV.
A joint inspection was held by various authorities at Morumbi Pequeno in Mercedes on allegations of large-scale Kazan land filling. Complainants Jose Carmino João, attorney of Morumbi Pequeno, Diana Tavares of Concerned Citizens of Goa and others were present. The authorities conducted a panchnama of the land filling and unauthorized structures.
Land is the plot, no? Full Kazan.
I think they are standing here somewhere.
Yeah. This is somewhere in this plot.
This plot, yeah.
Yeah, 101. And if you see the final CZMP, this is approved now, this is a law. It is either mangroves, Khazans and mangrove buffer, all CRZ1. So actually, sir, just to clarify what China has done research, and you've seen this, not this side, but I think the Google
satellite Google images.
If you see 2005 image, there's just this one band in between. Okay, like normally for bullock carts in the road. So that is what it is. If you see there was a little filling in between.
This was in 2005.
After 2005.
Correct.
But now the filling extent is much more.
So this was 2005.
So this also was a violation at that stage. No permissions were taken. Somebody has dumped a little bit of it. You can see some old
I think it has just progressed with time. So
but now it is going at a very accelerated pace all around.
Is it a Morumbi ground or Morumbi?
No, Morumbi Pecan. This might be my mistake.
No, that's a typing mistake. This is survey number 101 bar 1 of
Morumbi Pecan. That's my.
I think you know complaint. No. You know complaint you have written here Morumbi Pecan.
Thank you. No, I'm worried about my thing.
Like typing mistakes happen. That's nothing.
So basically, prima facie, it's all in Kazan, mangrove buffer, and mangrove.
Yeah, that is correct.
So this is the final CZMP is the law now.
Yeah, so this
This is what she has said.
Yeah, no, she had come that day. You all had come in the office. I know. So in fact, when this came in the newspaper itself, we sent the Kaladi and we did this because I think it came before during Christmas time somewhere it came. See, this is a joint inspection.
Okay. Joint inspection from who?
It's a CRZ inspection. You are aware that you read the notice. So we will submit the report to the authority.
There was also a controversy saying that the tape was used and not this. And what is that? Is it a general process to?
We are doing it as a procedure. The complaints are present. All the parties are involved. We are doing. That's it.
हिंगासोर फिलिंग चलता म्हणून जो रिलायबल सोर्स लायक शेतकार तेन्ना तेच राती आमी हिंगा येवन आमी हिंगासोर ते त्राक काडयले आनी ते त्राक काडून आमी ते सगळे प्रोसिजर करता म्हटल्यार रातची 12 जाली आनी आमी पुलिसेन आयले. पुलिसेन आमकां व्हडलोसो रिस्पॉन्स दिवंक ना. हांवें एप्लिकेशन कर म्हणून लागलें म्हाका म्हाजी हे कंप्लेन म्हाका कांय बरोवंक ना. हांवें एप्लिकेशन केलां, हांवें तेजी हें घेतलां रिसीव कॉपी आनी ते त्राकाचे नंबर हांवें घेतल्या. आतां ते त्राकाचे तेणी कितें केलां ना केल्या त्या म्हाका आजून खबर ना. आतां ते म्हाका प्रोसेस करचो पडटलो फुडें.
आयज कितें आसा तें सांग. आयज कोण येयला पळय तें सांग.
आयज जाला स्पेशल कित्याक हांवें सगल्या डिपार्टमेंटाक कंप्लेन केल्या. मामलादाराक कंप्लेन केल्या, पंचायतीक कंप्लेन केल्या, मागीर CRZाक कंप्लेन केल्या कलेक्टराक कंप्लेन केल्या, सेक्रेटरी रेव्हेन्यू ताका कंप्लेन केल्या आनी सगळ्यांक कंप्लेन केल्या म्हणून हे आतां आश्वासन चालू आहा.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
Commonwealth developers Fathoda are organising a T20 cricket tournament. The tournament has been organised in memory of Chandrakant Karapurkar in association with Margaon Cricket Academy. The tournament will be played at KEC turf opposite the Margaon railway station from 21st January to 11th February 2023.
वो टूर्नामेंट जातलो कोंकण रेल्वे कॉर्पोरेशन ग्राउंडाचेर, ज्याचे डिटेल्स तुमकां सर हेमंतांगले दितले फुडें. The name of the tournament will be Late Chandrakant Karapurkar Trophy. On annual basis चालू उरतली. Late Chandrakant Karapurkar is my grandfather. ताच्या नांवाचेर ही ट्रॉफी आमी आनी हो टुर्नामेंट करपाचो ठरयला.
Sports Week has partnered Margaon Cricket Academy for this tournament. So both are organizing this tournament. And the problem is the funds, because ground charges are so much. If you go anywhere, not less than 20,000, 15,000, ताका लागून कमर मोडटा. म्हणून पयल्या फावटी आमी 2020 घेतली. So that पळोवया आमी how is the organization everything. आनी तातूंत जर आमी सक्सेसफूल जाले जाल्यार next year we'll have a 40-40. And maybe after some time we'll have a 2-day game. That is for later on. But at present our aim is 2020 tournament Sports Week for the aim of getting the under 19 players janka quiz मागीर हे मेळना opening मेळना to play in tournament with the ex-Ranji Trophy players म्हणटू or just who those Ranji Trophy players who have been ousted from the team, but they are still current Ranji Trophy players, but not from that team. So, तांकां एक एमएचे बेज मेळचो टू प्ले म्हणून आमी एक टुर्नामेंट घेतले.
Inasya Narona for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Herald on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.